to Will Kirby. I'm a former Big Brother winner. I'm also a former jury member, and tonight you all will be debating the merits of the final 3 house guests. But before we can discuss the final 3, we have to figure out who the final 3 are. So who do you all think will be joining us right now?
Ooh. Maybe Paul.
Maybe Paul. I'm hoping either Corey or Nicole, to be honest, just because I felt like we were close and then she backstabbed me.
I think Corey, but I really want to see Nicole.
I'd love to see Nicole.
So guys, let's find out who the 8th member of tonight's jury is going to be.
Wow. I can't wait.
Corey, catch us up.
Well, HOH comp, James, he was out pretty early. Nicole and Paul had a tiebreaker, and Paul won HOH. It was incredible. So he won HOH, put me and Nicole up in the veto. Paul won that, so kept it on the same. And old James, he voted me out, so yeah. It was a crazy one for sure.
So we know who the final 3 are. Let's get into this. Let's talk about James. Why does James deserve to win this game?
James was able to protect himself and me, and he didn't give people reasons to put him on the block.
James's social game is phenomenal. I went from hating his guts and thinking he was the most annoying person in the house to absolutely loving him.
What's the strongest part of James's game?
Not getting blood on his hands. He was always whatever the house wants.
He flew under the radar. Like, I rarely ever paid attention to him.
James is playing a very safe game, and it's just like, ew. Like, I want to see you take a risk. You know what I mean?
Taking risks, you know, getting blood on your hands. I feel like that's all part of the Big Brother game, and James did none of that.
James has been checked out the last 6 weeks, following her around like a dang puppy dog.
I think that's his strategy.
Play the game, bro.
That's his strategy. So
No,
in his
it's
defense,
not.
because I've been working with him.
So coasting isn't enough to win the game?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
He played an excellent game socially, but if he's sitting up there next to someone like Paul, it's going to be hard because I think Paul has played an excellent game.
He said some hurtful stuff, but Paul just is very, very good strategically, and he could lie like no other. I wish I could lie like that.
He's the best liar in the world.
The best liar in the house.
I feel like Paul, he's crazy manipulative, great strategist. He played a great social game and great with the comp. So honestly, I feel like those are
Pretty
all good
well-rounded
points.
player.
Very.
Paul, he won those vetoes and pulled himself down, but he did have Vic as a shield. Like, he was like a medium player. Like, he wasn't a big threat, but he wasn't like no threat.
He was on the block 6 times. He got off the block when he needed to by winning vetoes. He was cool with just about everybody, but then he wasn't afraid to speak his mind.
Here's the conflicting argument with Paul. There's Paul the person, and then there's Paul the player.
Right, yeah.
Paul the player is phenomenal. Nobody sitting up here can deny that. Paul the person, calling you a name, rubbing people the wrong way.
So he's what kind of person in real life?
Evil dick.
Obnoxious.
So he's obnoxious?
He's mean.
But he's admitted to
mean.
everybody that he's a...
He owns it. He does own it.
Does that absolve you?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
Not at all.
At the end of the day, he's played a great game, but words that have come out of his mouth are very unforgivable.
So if someone says something rude to you, you're not going to give them the money?
I am bitter towards Paul. I'm not going to deny that. But they've all been playing great games because they're still their final 3. Nicole, I respect your game as well, 100%.
Michelle, what was Nicole's best move, and why should Nicole win the game?
Come back to me.
Day, what was her one best move?
Convincing him to get me out.
That was her biggest move. That's a sad biggest move.
She not only kept herself safe, but she kept the person closest to her safe as well. And then seeing her turn up and win competitions, she friggin' did it.
Well, there's less people to play.
Nicole still has been on the block
She was
until...
on the block right this week.
Well,
Sorry.
if you could let me finish, I will finish my sentence. But yeah, until right now.
Yeah, that's a pretty great feat considering she is a vet. It seemed like every week, even like the way she wanted the votes to go, they went that way and that person left the house.
She's taken out anybody that could have been a threat to her.
She sent home Jose, I'm sorry, but Mr. Jenkins could have got out Jose. She took the easiest route out. Instead of taking big threats out of the house, she took Michelle out.
That was a big move that she did.
Really?
She could have gone after
Me?
them. She went for you because that was strategically the smartest,
No, it
most
wasn't.
beneficial move
That was
ever.
a personal game move.
No, not even this much.
The reason why they chose me because they had you two working with
Exactly.
them.
Exactly.
That's
so that's
pure
strategy.
Why are you guys all looking at me? I'm gonna cry.
Did you just come in the house not liking
Can
her?
we just change the subject?
Well, we're talking about Nicole, and you seem like you have a very strong opinion about Nicole.
But it's also, I don't think she did like anything, in my opinion. And Corey, stop giving that ugly smile, please.
Oh, it's ugly?
Not ugly, but it's just really making me upset.
Oh, I'm not.
Don't get upset.
He
Come
just
on,
keeps
Michelle.
like
Don't get
laughing
upset.
at me.
I'm not laughing at you.
Yes, he is.
Michelle,
I'm not laughing. I'm literally just telling you that it was a strategic move sending you home. It was nothing personal
Okay,
at all.
good. Look, end of subject.
Bridget, what do you think?
I think that where Nicole's game fails is that a lot of girls coming into jury are bitter. She really stuck with her guys' alliance.
Y'all know Nicole was not my cup of tea. The whole time I've been in the jury house, I've been wanting her to come walking through them doors. But all personal feelings aside, she's still sitting there. She lined herself up with men to protect her and to guard her because she learned her lesson from the last time. For us vets, this was about redemption, and I cannot believe I'm sitting here building a case for Nicole. But Nicole, no shade to you men, but she was Geppetto and y'all were Pinocchio. That's how I feel.
That, but I don't think she played a better game than Paul or James.
So guys, let me remind you, even though you're a jury here right now, you're going to vote as individuals. But there's still a number of things that need to be done because you guys, as a jury, are going to get the opportunity to question the final two contestants. So the answers to those questions, plus your individual votes, will determine the winner of Big Brother.
Let's do it.
Michelle, you look real happy over there.
Come on, Vicky. Woo!
All right, Paul, Nicole, I am here with the jury, and in just a few moments, they will be voting for the person they want to see win Big Brother. But before they do, they have some questions for the two of you. Natalie, you're first.
Okay, here we go. Paul, as a jury, we believe that you are a very good Big Brother player, but that some of the things you said were vulgar and crossed the line. Why should I give you my vote when you didn't give me respect?
Ooh, that was spicy. Guys, I hope you realize that the second I walked in this house, I was just as crazy as the way I'm gonna walk out of this house. So I can't hide my personality, I can't hide my craziness. It's nothing but love for you guys. Just having fun.
All right, thank you, Paul. Michelle, you're next.
All right. Do I go?
Yeah.
Okay. Nicole, as a jury, we're having a hard time pinpointing the one move that should earn you the $500,000. What was that one move?
I would say that one move would have to be when I knew that it was 5 versus 2, the 2 being me and Corey. Natalie won HOH, and I had to convince her to put up 2 of her own allies, and then you got co-HOH. And I knew how you felt about me, so I had to go through Natalie and through Corey to get to you to make sure you put up Paul and Victor. And I would say that would be my move.
Thank you, Nicole.
Yep.
Corey, you're up.
Paul, some of the jury think you're a great strategist, but I don't see it. Please tell me why I'm wrong.
6 times on the block and only 2 votes to evict, and I'm still in this chair. Always a bigger target in the house. That wasn't me. I think I'll take that.
Thank you, Paul. Victor, next question.
All right, try not to stutter here. Nicole, you're obviously aligned with Corey in the game and seem to be aligned with several other men in the house, myself included. Do you feel you played an equal part in the decision-making, or were you just riding our coattails?
Was I riding whose coattails?
Ours. The guys and myself included.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, obviously I worked with quite a few of you guys in this house, but I definitely feel like I was the brains behind a lot of it. And I gave you guys planted some seeds, and I definitely feel like I was working behind the scenes a lot. And a lot of the time, things were going how I wanted them to go, so I just sat back and let it happen.
Thank you, Nicole.
Crap, I don't know.
Zakia, your question.
All right. Paul, why do you deserve to win the $500,000 over the person sitting next to you?
Sorry, Nicole. Sorry, past vets. This is my first time playing this game, and I can honestly say that I worked my ass off. I'm loud, I'm crazy, I was always a target, I was always in everyone's face. I didn't hide behind the scenes. I was always right there up front gunning it, no matter what. I was involved, and I wasn't scared to be involved. I put my heart into this game, and I'll walk out with this heart in my hands.
Thank you, Paul. Paulie, next question.
Sure thing, Julie. Nicole, why do you deserve to win the $500,000 over the person sitting next to you?
I think I deserve to win the $500,000 because I gave 100%, 1,000% of the time. I was constantly working day in, day out, and any negative, even being called a snake on day one, I tried to turn that into something positive and use it as strategy. And coming in as a vet, people might think that's always an advantage. You guys knew my entire game. If you watch season 16, my whole game, how I acted under pressure, my strong suits was laid out for you. I had nothing to hide. And I feel like I gave it my all, and here I am.
Thank you, Nicole. All right, James, you were just evicted. We're going to give you your chance to ask one question to either Paul or Nicole.
This question is to Paul. When I lost the second HOH competition, it seemed like you jumped ship over to Nicole. Were you ever planning on honoring that final two deal?
Actually, before I had either you and Nicole, which was because I won that HOH and that veto that kept both of you in this house, I had both of you to see who would be the most honest and truthful, to see who I would take to final two. And unfortunately, Nicole relayed everything back to me, but you did not relay all of the things that you were doing with Nicole to me. So I wanted to see who was the most honest and who was actually the most loyal to me in the end.
Thank you, Paul. Jurors, thank you for the questions. Paul and Nicole, I'll be back in just a few moments when you'll each have an opportunity to make a final statement to the jury. Paul, Nicole, it's now time for the jury to cast their votes. But first, you each have a chance to tell them why you deserve to win Big Brother. Paul, you're up first.
All right, so Berlin, totally kidding. Guys, I know the second you guys walked through those doors, you saw me and said, there's the loud and crazy one, easy target, which explains why I was on the block 6 times. But that's why I had to work my ass off every second to get to where I am right now. The 2 times that I seriously needed to save myself, I won the veto and pulled myself off the block. The rest, I teamed up with the right people at the right time to always make sure there was a bigger target in the house. Paris, I was the first one in there, and I had the round trip ticket, which prevented 5 house guests from coming back into this game. All I could count on was the loyalty of my partner Victor and my social game. Other than that, I had no help, not even a care package from America. After Victor was clipped, I literally won my way to the end. I won the HOH that placed me in the final 3. I put the most powerful couple on the block, and I won the veto that split them apart and sent my biggest opponent, Corey, out of this game, leaving me the last standing newbie amongst 2 vets. Then I won part 1 and part 3 of the final HOH competition, tying me in at a total of 7 competition wins, which is the most, no offense, Victor, in-house comp wins of this entire season. But what I'm proud of the most is that I accomplished all of that by staying true to my crazy self and not having to change a single thing about me. My cards were shown this entire game because I had nothing to hide, and I told you guys I'd break some rules, but there's one rule that I'll never break, and that's rule number 1, friendship.
Good speech, dang.
Thank you, Paul. Nicole, you have the floor.
Crap, that was good. Okay. Hey, guys. Snake joke. First off, I want to say I am just so happy to be here. I'm a super fan sitting final 2. Can't believe it. Been watching the show since I've been 8. If you could see my pit stains, they'd be down to the floor. But anyways, so day 1, I come in this house, call the snake. Day 2, fighting for my life on an island, and then I have to convince 2 strangers to let me take you know, the HOH and the power. Day 3, convince another stranger, Polly, to volunteer to be a pawn on the block, and that was just the beginning of my game. Then I realized, Nicole, you're here this season to play Big Brother, not Big Baby. Let's go. I made an alliance with Corey 2 hours after knowing him, final 2. We worked all the way up to day 58 without even hardly hitting a bump in the road. Then our backs, once Polly left, it was him and I were completely alone. So I knew I had to convince Natalie to put up 2 of her own allies up on the block. Michelle won. I had to go through that obstacle. And then at that point, I realized, you know what, Nicole, you need to start winning competitions. I won the next HOH in the veto, made an alliance with the 2 strongest guys in the house, Vic and Paul, as a final 4 deal, rolled, knocked out a couple weeks. And then when Corey and I had to strike against the strongest duo, Vic and Paul, we did. And from there on out, it was winning competitions and using strategy. Anyways, I'm here. I feel like I gave it all I got, and that's all I can say. I don't know.